Hello again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play. Keep on almost wanting to say Alundra, I'm just so used to it. Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Demon's Souls. I'm your host, the Gamer Darius. Well, time to do a thing. Thing I'm probably gonna regret. Time to fight the very first boss of Demon Souls. Phalanx. Now, what's the big deal about this guy? Well, you see all those spears jumping out of him? All of those are hoplets. Now, the one good thing about Phalanx and his hoplets is that they're really weak against fire. What sucks, though, is that there's just so many of them. Like, eventually it's going to turn into a war of attrition against me and the hoplets. Because, again, you saw before when I was fighting the couple of hoplets that were in the tower there, their front side is all but immune to physical damage. However, if you can manage to attack their backsides, then you can do quite a bit of damage. The problem with that is that you got to go around them and hit their backsides. And now that I'm completely out of that, I can use Turpentine. Why Turpentine? Because it fires my weapon! And I can defeat them in relatively less hits. Now, this is one of those more interesting fights, really, when you think about it, because I can kind of farm these guys, because every hoplet you kill gives you a little bit of souls. Which is cool, because I like souls. I like getting souls. It's like Soul Calibur in that way. Thing is, though, he will kind of keep on regenerating hoplets until he exhausts his supply, I guess. I don't know. I've never found a good way to explain why the hell he's able to just generate so many hoplets. Ow. But on the bright side, though, the more hoplets you kill, the more chances of them dropping shards of stuff. Which is, again, pretty cool. Kind of like, you know, oh hey, if I do this thing, then I will be rewarded greatly. There is faster ways to kill this guy, like magic. I don't have magic. Yeah, magic is kind of easy mode in this game. Most of the Souls games, actually. Like, all you'll be doing is just casting freaking magic spear. Ow. Don't do that, please. Now, he's only got a couple of more hoplets left, which is nice. Huh, maybe I shouldn't have broke this up into its own video. Aha! Ha! Ha! Aha! Aha! Naha! Naha! And now it's just me and it. It actually hasn't any form of its own attacks. It is based solely on the hoplets. Now, if I can keep it pinned like this, it'll be easy peasy because it won't, like, try to run around and all that fun stuff. Well, this is an anticlimactic boss fight. Behold, the scourge of mankind! Phalanx, the gelatinous demon. And it's like 35 hoplets that die pretty easily when you kill it with fire. Now, if you'll look at my health bar, you'll notice that, oh hey, that's full. I'm human again. Now, we don't want to go that way just yet. I got a couple of things to do. Now we got the lead demon's soul. Arcstone's a lot taller than I thought they were. Oh, hey, pretty reviving lady. How you doing?
The monumental awaits the above.
Yep, go up the stairs. Man. She's gotta get a pretty decent workout going up and down these stairs.
The monumental will explain the nexus to thee.
Now, I love how she points out how to get to the monumental, but she doesn't actually... But they don't actually show you the monumental. So, for the first time that I played this, I spent a good 30 minutes just wandering around the place, unable to find this monumental person. Because I'm adult like that. Only to see that, I think it was up here. Yes? Yeah. So you see all these dead people? All these people with their candles snuffed out? All of them but one.
We have long awaited you, Slayer of Demons.
This guy's got a pretty sad story when you think about it.
We preserve the fabric of reality. There is something thou needest to know.
This place sucks.
Once, we too, a scourge of demons faced.
Only once?
In the distant past, under a benevolent rule, the world was united, owing to the soul arts. Until a lust for power caused the awakening of the Old One. Across the land seeped a colorless, deep fog, and the world faced extinction at the hands of the demons. Thanks be, we were able to lull the Old One back to his slumber, yet only after the loss of innumerable souls, and half the world lost, erased by the fog. In order to mend the fabric of what land still remained, we entrusted 6 elders with 6 precious archstones. 1 to the king of a small yet diligent land. 1 to the king of the burrowers underground. 1 to the wise queen of the great ivory tower. 1 to the chieftain of lost and ill-fortuned souls. 1 to the shaman of the tempest-worshipping shadowmen. And the last to the great giants of the northern lands. The archstones were placed at nodes across the earth. We contained the Old One inside this nexus and banned the soul arts. Finally, we became monumentals, half-living sentinels of the fabric of reality. Alas, the other monumentals have perished, and only I remain.
And now we can actually go into the other
Now
lands.
it is your turn. You must lull the old one back to its slumber and seal it away for all eternity. If not, the deep fog will absorb all that we know. Have you the strength to accept this mission?
Well, you'll have to give me a moment to level up some, but yeah, I can raise my strength high enough to do that.
Yes. We are fortunate indeed to have you. Now, go forth and destroy every last demon.
Wow, that's
The old one,
quite a task.
without demons to feed its souls, will a new servant seek and lure you to its bosom.
Well, I'm now Darius, Demon Slayer. Should make that into a business card. Someone get on that. I want a business card. Darius, Demon Slayer. Now, there are benefits to being human, and then there are not benefits to being human. See, being human is cool in that you get more health, you know, I totally went around in a circle. You get more health, you tend to find people, you can find people that, you know, want to help you fight other demons, or you can get invaded by douchebag people. But the biggest problem with being human is that when you die, your world tendency for the world that you just died in will turn darker. Same thing if an NPC dies in there. That world will be forever a little bit darker. There are ways to restore your world tendency, but for the most case, it is harder to restore it than it is to, you know, get rid of it, or harder to restore it than it is to do anything else. So what I prefer to do is come to the Nexus whenever I turn human and jump off the stairs. Yep, that's what I like to do. You'll also notice that you're actually a lot more quieter in soul form than you are in human form. I think that's another benefit, like you can actually sneak up on things a lot easier because you don't produce any noises, which is cool, which is a nice touch. I like it. I know it's a coward's way of playing the game, but at the same time, I'm stupidly cautious like that. I also prefer to keep my... I don't like a lot of multiplayer experiences, especially when most of those multiplayer experiences can be just, oh hey, I'm going to invade your world and kill you now. Just, no. I don't want to play like that. That makes me hate a game.
Brave soul, who fears not death.
That's a lie. I just proved that.
Lull the old one back to its ancient slumber.
Eye stones temporarily connected the fused worlds. Should you lose your physical form, remember the eye stone. Maiden controls inhuman souls. This power allows her to aid those who slay demons.
What is it? Dost thou seek soul power?
Hell yeah, I do.
So be it. After all, thou requirest strength.
Especially if I want to wield that bastard sword.
Let these ownerless souls become thine own.
So essentially what she's going to be doing
Soul
is taking all those souls that I just gathered up and making my soul stronger.
Let strength be
And
granted,
stronger.
so the world might be mended,
And stronger.
so the world might be
I can now wield the bastard sword. I was able to up my strength 7 times. Now, again, Magic and faith is nice, but I don't tend to do that. Yeah, but I just don't tend to do it. Now you can also up your luck, which I tend to do a lot of. Vitality ups HP, item burden, which is just carrying capacity, and physical defense. In fact, everything ups physical defense. Intelligence ups your spell memory and HP. Spell memory is the number of spells you can have prepared, much like a wizard. Endurance ups your stamina, equipped burden, fire defense, bleed resistance, and poison resistance. Strength ups your attack power and physical defense. Dexterity adds to your attack power and increases the fall distance one can fall and not die. Keep that in mind that there are still a lot of areas where you fall, you just die. Magic increases the power of your magic spells and physical defense. Faith, which is miracles, which is more like healy stuff and buffy stuff. Magic defense, blah blah blah. And luck, which is probably something I'm going to be upping later on. Hey, maiden. What is it you do around here?
I am only here to tend to the flames. I keep the candles lit and serve the brave demon slayers who are trapped here.
Is that one of me?
I keep the candles lit.
Okay.
I am here.
Yay! She's here for me. Slayer of demons. Now, the Falchion got quite a bit of a power upgrade from my 18 strength there. But it didn't get as much as the one that the Bastard Sword has. I mean, the Bastard Sword does straight up more damage. But at the same time, it's also a Bastard Sword. Wah! So, wah! You can also two-hand a Bastard Sword. You can actually two-hand a lot of weaponry. And the requirements to wield a weapon two-handed is halved, I want to say. But I suppose for now I'll keep to the falchion.
I would be happy to lighten your load and look after any excess baggage.
Okay.
When the scourge came, when I...
Yep. Bad things happened to his wife and daughter.
Poor girl. If only some...
See, for the longest time, I actually
Best of
thought
luck
that
to
the
you.
Maiden in Black's eyes were, like, super scarred over. Until I talked to...
She didn't make it after all. My dearest little baby. May she rest in peace. May I ask you a favor? Would you mind giving up that hairpin?
Yeah, why not?
You're a saint.
I ain't gonna use it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Look at me. I don't got enough hair to use a hairpin.
I mustn't forget. It's not much, but please accept this as thanks. I'm a bit ashamed to say, but I found it one day, but it seems to possess a strange power. Anyway, I feel that you should have it. It will be happier in your hands.
Ah, sweet. The Ring of Herculean Strength, raises max item burden, which means I can carry a lot more stuff, not necessarily wear a lot more stuff, which is a bit of a butt, especially when you consider, oh, hey, I got all this stuff. I probably shouldn't deposit the... Sadly, the old ragged robes are female only, lest I would have those. Now, there's some really...
Best of luck.
One of the things about this game is that it doesn't straight up tell you the story. You've got to piece together things here and there, much like the rest of the Demon Souls and the Soul series and Bloodborne. It doesn't straight up tell you a story. It tells you multiple smaller stories in a bigger scheme of things through bits and pieces. Like, oh, you got that hairpin. Cool, that's a nice hairpin.
I'm kidding.
But then you talk to Stockpile Thomas, and that hairpin apparently belonged to his daughter, which means that it was his daughter that was right there hanging. And that also means that this person that had these robes was his wife. Thing is, though, these are the same sort of robes that are worn by another character that you see in the game that's in soul form.
Take it from you.
Which is really freaking... I love this game. It's like the weirdest dark tones, but at the same time, it's... yeah. I don't know how to explain it. Now, I don't want to use the Lead Demon's souls to get souls. You can actually use the souls that you find from the demons to get weapons. I'm going to deposit the Lead Demon soul of Phalanx, and I'm probably going to just up my equipment thanks to Baldwin. I'm going to need to use a couple of these, aren't I, though? There we go. That should be enough. I need you to upgrade stuff. Ah ha ha. Now, really, I shouldn't... oh. I need 8 foot... I need 6 that... oh, okay. I thought it was for... I thought for a second there, I thought it was because of the... never mind. Alright. So, let's also repair my falchion because... it's a lot of damage. Son of a bitch. Okay, now we talk to Baldwin. Now we upgrade the falchion. Oh yeah, that feels good. Yeah, you need my business. So I'm going to go ahead and call a session here because I have just conquered Area 1-1, which is Boletaria. And that means I get to progress onto whichever area I want to go to next. This area, the Valley of Defilement, which is an area full of I hate. Shadowman area, which is a lot harder without a blunt weapon. This area, I can't go to. It has actually been overtaken by the demons to the point where they had to break the Arkstone. Tower of Latria, which is yet another painful area to go through. And the Stonefang Tunnel, which is an area I should actually be going through with either a piercing or a magic weapon, but as I don't have either of those, I don't know which one I should go through first. I just don't know. I'll probably actually go through the Valley of Defilement first area next time, just to get the Valley of Defilement out of the way. I hate it. I hate it so hard, so much. I just dislike it so bad. So I'm gonna leave the video here, and I'm gonna call this session because this was actually pretty good. I like it. I like it. I hope you guys like Demon's Souls. It is a fun game to play, challenging. Not necessarily overly difficult like Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne is proving to be to me. But it is fun. Especially if you know what the hell you're doing. Which, half the time I kind of know what I'm doing. So. I do not know how to do outros. Alright. In any case, I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Cheers.